In today's 5-Minute Gardener, the trick to getting that beautiful garden just like Grandma's, Debbie Mounce shows us.
All right, well, I have she was like a grandmother to me, and her name was Mud. That was her nickname. She preferred it to her given name, which was Emma Lee. Anyway, Mud had this incredible garden, and included in that garden were sweet peas and hollyhocks. And I'm going to teach you today how to grow sweet peas. We all have those memories, our grandma or somebody like that, about growing sweet peas. So let me teach you how to do it. Now, sweet peas need to get that outer casing on the seed popped in order for the seed to germinate properly. So I'm going to show you a technique that I have learned that works well for me. What I did was yesterday, these have been in here for 24 hours now, I took a tight sealing container and I folded over layers of paper towel and I put water in here, and the water only came up along about halfway along the side of each seed. Now some of them have popped. Let me show you. Like this guy, he swelled and he popped. He's great for planting. This guy didn't. All these other little ones, see these little ones? They're still hard and they haven't swollen yet. You can leave them another night and see if more of them swell. Or what I generally do, I hate to say this, is I buy extra seed and I throw out the ones that didn't swell and just plant the ones that did. Okay, so now for the planting. You can plant them in the ground or you can plant them in a pot, whichever works for your space and in your garden. So what I've got here is I've got a pot, and I just put regular potting soil in it. But you can see I've got these sticks here. Now the sticks could probably stand to be a little longer, but this is what I found today, so this is what I'm using. But this is going to support those sweet peas as they grow. And sweet peas, they only need to be planted about an inch down below the soil. So generally what I do is I take the magic finger and I just come along and I poke holes. Poke holes in the soil. Then I'm going to come along and I'm going to drop some seeds in there and cover them with soil. Now you can plant as many or as few as you want, but in my mind, if you need sweet peas, if you love sweet peas, you want to plant a bunch of sweet peas. So I'm going to pick out the ones in here that have swollen, and I'm going to drop them right down in these little holes. And I'm not going to probably have time to do all of these right now on camera, but what I'm doing is just dropping them in the hole, and then I'm going to come along with my hand and just gently cover those little seedlings with soil and pat it down, just like this, and then I'm going to water them in. Now sweet peas need about half a day. They need about 6 hours of sun. The best place to put them is in a spot where they will get afternoon shade in the spring, because that'll help lengthen their bloom period. Water them every day, and they will absolutely survive the cold in the winter. You don't have to cover them. Okay, good luck, and bring me a bouquet.
And bring me a bouquet too.
Yeah.
That sounds nice. So you have a few different varieties here.
Yep.
What's your favorite variety of sweet pea?
Well, I like the ones that smell the best.
Well, sure.
For me,
sure,
you know, people
right.
grow sweet peas for smelling.
And which variety does smell the best?
Mostly the ones that smell the best. Generally the flowers are smaller, but the most fragrant ones are what they call heirloom sweet peas.
Okay.
And they're the ones that have not been hybridized or crossed with other sweet peas. So like on these packages right here, it tells you right on the front, this is an heirloom package of sweet peas. So that's a good thing to know. And lots of times the packages will even tell you, like this one here, it says Perfume Delight. I mean, you know, come on, you know, it's kind of a given that that's going to smell good. So that's not just a marketer's,
you know, something that they do to kind of lure you in. It really does smell good.
It smells really good, yeah. And like this is Old Spice blend. Both of these are heirlooms. So generally, if you look for the heirloom ones, you're going to get ones with a good fragrance.
Okay.
Okay. And then, like I was saying on camera, there's some that are short. You can put in a hanging basket or grow them in a pot. And then the other ones are taller, and you need to trellis or support them somehow. And the other thing I brought today is I brought some hollyhock seeds. Now, the hollyhock seeds, I was telling Allison, I was telling you off camera, is they have such a history, just like the sweet peas do. The cool thing, there was actually a black hollyhock. And this one was planted in Thomas Jefferson's garden.
That's so interesting.
It is interesting. They have records of his garden at Monticello. And hollyhocks you plant now, and they will go for 2 years.
Okay.
They're a biennial. So you plant the seeds now, And what will happen is you'll get them up to be about 5 or 6 feet in the spring. They bloom in the spring, they die back a little through the summer, and then the following year they'll come back and they'll get to be 8 to 10 feet tall with these spectacular blooms all up and down them. And then as the flower heads dry, they dry back, and the whole center is just hundreds of more hollyhock seeds for your following year to plant.
All right, so you plant them now, they grow in the spring, and then you replant in 2 years. Thank you so much, Debbie.
You're very welcome.
We appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time.
All righty.